Hello everybody. This is the test remediation for your last test of quarter 3, your polynomial operations, and make sure that you've got the right worksheet. This is for blocks 1 and blocks 5, okay? So this is the most missed on the test, and I'm pretty certain I know why. It's because of that little negative sign right there. Well, the first thing we need to realize is that this is not multiplication. So write this with me. This is not multiplication. So we will not make 2 by 2 boxes or 3 by 3 boxes because this is not multiplication. Okay? This is actually a subtraction problem, and we're going to fix that by distributing a -1. Okay, so this is the same thing as a -1, and we are actually going to distribute this -1. So when I do -1 times -1p squared, I get a positive 1p squared. When I do -1 times -2p, I get a positive 2p. And when I do a -1 times a positive 3, I get a -3. And now, since this is not multiplication, I don't need these parentheses anymore. I'm just going to bring these terms straight down. All right. And now I'm going to combine like terms. So, I'm going to give me a different color marker here. So, we've got 3p squared and 1p squared. Those are alike. So, when I combine those, I get 4p squared. Okay. I am going to combine a -2p and a positive 2p, and a -2p and a positive 2p cancels because that gives me 0. So that means I don't write it at all here. There should be nothing with just a p here at all. And then next we are going to combine our constants. I've got a positive 3 and a -3, and those actually cancel out as well. So your answer is 4p squared. All right. Make sure you're showing the same work on this side, folks. All right. Next problem that was the most missed. Again, I truly believe that this is the issue that's being caused. This is multiplication here because it's distribution, but this is not multiplication. So we're going to distribute, and we actually distribute here. We're distributing a -1. And then we're going to combine like terms. So let's write that down. Distribute and we're going to combine like terms. All right. So I am going to distribute here, and remember this is multiplication, so I'm adding powers and multiplying coefficients. So -2 times 4 is -8, and power of 1 and power of 1, I'm going to add those and get a power of 2. Then I'm going to distribute here a -2 times a -3 is a positive 6, and there's an x on that. Okay. Now I'm going to distribute here. I am distributing a -1, so that means this is going to be minus 1x, or just minus x, and I'm going to distribute a -1 here, and a -1 times a positive 1 is a -1. All right, so now let's combine like terms. So -8x squared doesn't go with anything, so I'm going to bring that down. And I've got a positive 6x and a -1x that go together. So when I combine, I get a positive 5x, and then -1 goes with nothing. So my answer is -8x squared plus 5x minus 1. Okay. And last one, that was the most missed, was the volume problem. So they give us a height, a length, and a width of a box. And so it's a volume problem. So first of all, let's talk about the formula for the volume of a box. Well, it's length times width times height. So notice there's three things being multiplied together. Well, I know my height is x, so I've got that. Now I need my length and my width. Well, notice my length is in terms of height, in terms of x. So it says the length is 2 units more than the height, which is x. So this is nothing but x plus 2. So my length is x plus 2. It says my width is 4 units more than, that means add to the height x. So my width is x plus 4. Now I think the reason why this was the most missed is because people are forgetting that this, after they do a 2x2 box, they still have to multiply by the x. So this is what volume is equal to. The height times the length times the width. Okay, so make sure you write this expression over here when you do this so that you realize that this is a 2x2 box and then I distribute this last. Okay, so let's write this. Distribute last. So I think that's probably what we forgot. Now this is a binomial times a binomial, so that's a 2x2 box. So I'm going to put an x and a positive 4 on top and an x and a positive 2 down the side. X times x is x squared. X times 4 is 4x. 2 times x is 2x. And 4 times 2 is 8. And now, combine like terms here to get a positive 6x. Then bring down the positive 8. And then bring down the positive x squared. I think everybody answered here that missed it. And it's because you forgot to distribute your x. So I am going to bring that down, and I'm going to put an x here, and I'm just going to highlight it. I'm now distributing an x, and I'm going to add powers. So this is an understood power of 1. So when I distribute there, that's going to be an x to the third power. And by the way, volume is a cubic unit. So we should always have something to the third when we're dealing with volume. And now x times 6x is 6x squared because I'm adding the powers. And then 8 times x is 8x. And that is the expression for your volume. All right, you guys show your work over here, and don't forget to distribute that x at the end. Have a great day.